That's probably hot enough. Maybe not. There we go. Looks like a right angle to me. I'm going to attempt to create a slot here. What I'm making is a bracket to hold one of the pickups. I want it to be adjustable, so I'm going to have to try to slot it. I don't really have the proper tools for that, so I'm going to do the poor man method where I drill a bunch of holes in a line and then file out the space in between so that I have a slot. Well, it might not be the prettiest thing you ever saw, but I think it's going to work just fine. Alright, here it is. This is one of the pickups. Secret weapon. With the bracket mounted on it. This one actually is the wrong one. I ordered a 4 ohm. I meant to get an 8, so the other one's an 8. Whatever. I screwed up. I gotta get another one. Pooey audio. I got it from DigiKey. I hope it doesn't sound pooey. Now this is a great feeling. The dampening panel actually works perfectly for the first time ever on this particular reverb. It doesn't get jammed at any point in its travel, and it has a wider range of travel, so I'm very pleased with that. Now the next step is going to be mounting a motor on here, and I actually have a whole bunch of these. My dad gave them to me. He got them from work before he retired from a Chevy dealership. These are the motors that are in car seats. Alright, we're back around on the plate side of things. I just want to show you where I have everything set up. I have it all plotted out. Nothing's permanently mounted yet, but it's here, all measured and ready to go. Now, here's a little bit of advice if you're going to build a plate reverb. Little bracket that I made here, I wouldn't have even had to make this if this piece of angle iron was rotated 180 degrees. And the same over there. Both of these pieces of angle iron are basically backwards. But whatever, here we are now and it's all good. So I made this bracket which is adjustable so I can get the exact distance for my pickup. Now the pickup is basically the same thing as the driver. It's just feeding into a transformer, which is the output transformer normally for a tube amp, but I'm wiring it backwards. So that's going to then feed into a tube input stage. The locations of these I have plotted out in a different way than the traditional way, but I think you'll find it makes a lot of sense when you think about it in terms of recording. So the driver I have positioned at approximately 1/3 of the distance throughout the plate, and if you were going to have a room with a speaker in it, the ideal location for that speaker would be about 1/3 in the room. Now if you wanted to have 2 microphones in that room at different locations, the best way to record is using the 3-to-1 rule so that you don't have any phase cancellation. The distance from this driver to this pickup is 15 inches. 3 times that is 45 inches. So 45 inches from the driver is way over there. Actually, it's just past the edge of the plate. So the only way to make it fit was to put the driver down here so that we're on an angle. While I'm waiting for my last pickup to come in, I'll be working on the rest of the plate. I got to drill straight through the frame so that I can mount my motor mounting bracket directly to the frame with a bolt so that it doesn't move. So this is going to take a while. There we go. I want to show you my motor mounting bracket here. It's pretty simple. There's a few angles that I had to put on here, but I made a little bend right here so that the thing locks in, and I only have to use one bolt and it won't pivot on that bolt. It just stays real solid once it's bolted down. I'd like to demonstrate this motor for you now. It is not entirely hooked up. I just kind of got it jerry-rigged so I can demonstrate proof of concept. It does work though, and there she goes. Cool beans. I'm excited. That's really awesome. And the best part is it doesn't get jammed. It's the simple things in life. There we go. So I'm just running that off of a 12 volt adapter. It's a 5 amp adapter. I don't remember off the top of my head how many amps it needs to be, but it depends on how far of a distance the remote control is. Unless I do a different setup with relays. I'm thinking about that. I know it's going to add some more complexity to the job, and you know, I really just want to get this done, so we'll see how it goes. Next step is going to be building the isolation case. Before I do that though, I'd like to show you the amplifier that I built for driving the plate.